Number 3, make sure you are able to afford as well as maintain your home before, and I stress before, you make the decision to keep the house. The matrimonial home is usually the largest and most valuable asset that a couple has. Of course, there are often emotional ties to our homes that people choose to consider. Decisions about which assets to retain, though, should never be made with emotion. You must know if you can qualify for a mortgage. Many people actually believe it's not an issue and that they'll simply assume the mortgage that they presently have together with their ex. Speak with a mortgage broker or your bank or lender, but most often this is not an option and you will have to re-qualify on your own. Then, if you do qualify, can you afford the monthly cost? Do you even have any idea how you'd figure out if you could afford the monthly cost? There's the cost of the mortgage, but also of maintaining and upkeeping your home every month. I encourage every client to fill out my monthly budget template to understand all of the monthly obligations that you will have. As a certified divorce financial analyst, I'm trained and do my best to insist that clients understand the monthly cost for their home in the scope of all your monthly obligations. Some of you may have heard this past Monday about the Government of Canada's decision to step in and change the mortgage rules. Both the maximum amortization and the percent of your home's value that you can borrow will be decreasing come this spring. Home equity lines of credit will no longer be backed for the lender by the government, so lenders will likely be less willing to extend those. Due to the fact, apparently, that many Canadians have accumulated what the government has deemed to be unacceptable levels of debt, the government has chosen to step in. This may have serious consequences for you and or your ex in determining what you can afford and qualify for in your separation. Though I'm here this evening to speak about the financial impact, I also wanted to impart to you some wisdom on the topic of your home with the benefit of hindsight, my own hindsight. Retaining the home is not simply a financial decision. It would be so much easier if it were. We all remember to consider the effect on our children, but please remember to contemplate the following as well. Would you be better off moving forward in a home where you can create new memories, or can you live with the old ones? If you stay, will you be left with 25 years of stuff to deal with on your own? Do you have the time and energy to maintain a home on your own? Are you prepared to mow the lawn and shovel the sidewalk? I can tell you from experience that if your plan is to depend on the teenagers in your house, it's not necessarily the best strategy. These are all important additional considerations with respect to deciding whether to retain your home. Imagine for a moment signing an agreement and finding out after the fact that you either can't qualify or can't afford the terms, only to have to sell your home 6 months later. This happens more often than you might think it does.